Are we live?
It says we are.
Okay. I both don't know that I'm here until my existence is validated by others, and I also don't trust our audio until somebody says, yes, I can hear you, and you hear, nope, and you sound correct. So.
Oh, wait, I'm getting an
Hi,
ad.
Julie. I hadn't even gotten an ad yet. Yay, thank you, Mr. Spock. Thank you, Julie. We exist.
Okay, cool.
Oh, now I got an ad. Let's see if I can get my 10th of a penny here. Do we sound proper? Last time we were talking for several minutes and JB was quiet. Hi, X.
Hey, X.
Hi, WWE lover. Okay, we're being validated.
Cool.
Hi, Tayshu. Julie says we're here, but we sound crackly.
That I don't...
Silence says static.
Static?
Mm-hmm. We're gone a week and everything goes to shit.
Both of us or just one of us?
Yeah. Is it everything or one of us or both of us? Hi, Kim. A lot of noise in the audio.
From both of us? Or...
I have to remember that I have a mic by my mouth. Okay, whatever you did, it's fixed now. The only thing I saw you do was stand up and take the thing out of your pocket.
Yeah.
So don't put it in your pocket.
I guess not. Okay. It shan't go in the pocket anymore.
Oh, could it be because this thing
Probably.
See, look at us learning new stuff. Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Kayla Lords
John Brownstone.
of Loving BDSM, where we help kinksters like you have happy, healthy power exchange relationships. This is our monthly Friday night live stream. It's a virtual Munch-ish. It will become a kinky Q&A later. Hello.
Hi.
We take, and X says, it's back. X says it's definitely you. I hope that's not the one they just sent us.
It is.
Is it? We got another bad one? Julie says it came back when you sat down. He's hitting buttons, y'all.
Did that change anything?
Tayshu, it was JB's butt. X says it's that connector. X says it's that connector. So when he plays with it, does it change? See? Mr. Spock said that's better.
Okay.
Silence says, as you're poking, it's going in and out. So it's that damn... Yeah. Did they send us another crap one?
Apparently.
They're not working hard to get a 5-star review here.
No, they're not.
Okay, let us know, y'all.
Yeah.
I kind of hate this because I'm looking down at my phone to read y'all's comments instead of, like, looking at you. I mean, if we were in a room together, I would probably find it a little hard to, like, do the deep eye contact, but at a camera. Okay, Silence says don't move. Kim says stop playing with it. Julie says better.
Okay.
So just
go with it.
You are now like stone. Don't touch nothing. Is what I'm thinking. And it's back
again.
Do you want to try the lavalier mic?
You know that's not going to work for me.
I know. Well, we talked about one time holding it. I don't know. Well, I guess we're contacting them next week.
Yep. Okay, is that better?
Silent asks if the plug's dirty. It better not.
It better not be. Everything is
Brand new. That's the one they literally just sent us to
Yeah.
replace the other one that was bad. I'm sorry, I'm just sitting here quietly because I don't have any witty commentary. I would be very curious, even though I know it's not, it doesn't work ideally for you, if we switch out the lavalier mic and we see if the static goes away, because then we would know it's this thing, right?
Yeah.
And not that thing.
That's true. Okay.
I know, yeah, let's not jinx ourselves, but
Yeah. Is it working right now?
it's better for the moment, is what folks have said.
Okay.
Right. It's currently fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it starts back up
If
again.
it starts back up, let me know, and I'll have to swap it out.
And if you need to swap to lavalier, we'll swap mics, and you just use my headset. Because I think for this kind of live stream, I can hold a lavalier. Except when I was trying to hold it, I was like practically eating the thing, and that was annoying. It's fine. It's fine.
Never a dull moment.
No, no. Ooh. Well, yes, Silent. This is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We're part of it. The watching the comments is waiting for what we're saying now to catch up to y'all in real time, and we have a plan.
Right.
If it happens again, because we don't want anybody to have to listen to static either. You know I do. I do talk most of the time. Hi, Andre. I think I would be distracted by a boom mic also. I think I'd be like, is it up there? Where is it? Let me track it. I could see that. So, I'll do my part and do lots of talking while we wait to see as the lag catches up.
Right.
If you go staticky, you took today off. We got back in
did.
yesterday afternoon. I did not, and I would love a nap. It was very hot in here today, middle of the day, proving why we do have a summer Wednesday live stream time. Oh, Andre, that's a bad all hell breaking loose, I assume? That sucks. I'm sorry. We're glad you're here for however long you can be. Our trip was good. It was uneventful, which is how we like it.
Yep.
The flights were all flighting like they were supposed to. We did have a minor teeny tiny delay on our departure. Everybody was on the plane and we just kept sitting there. They thought they had a mechanical error. It was not a safety issue, blah, 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 blah. JB slept through that whole part. He did not know we were taking off like 15, 20 minutes late.
Yeah.
That was funny because thankfully, if you had snored, we would have nudged you. We wouldn't have let you snore in front of the whole plane.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But yeah, after being awake at 2 o'clock and driving to Orlando.
We did it though, and we were nice to one another the whole way through. Now, I keep hitting my mic. Were we all hopped up on caffeine? Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep, we were. Yep.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Now, we got into town at like what? 9-something, 10-something in the morning?
Yes.
Something like that. And our hotel was willing to let us do an early check-in, but it wasn't going to be that early. So we had to keep ourselves occupied. We found this great coffee shop. I almost fell asleep in there. We went to a Jewish deli, bakery, restaurant situation, had great food.
Yeah.
Almost fell asleep in there. We sat in this beautiful sitting area lobby kind of thing at the hotel because it's a historical building situation. Almost fell asleep there, and then they let us into our room and I then fell asleep. 2 a.m. is I'm not built for 2 a.m. Oh, Andre, I'm so sorry.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh, Kim, do earplugs work for you? Is that something you could like put? I could not, so I don't assume anybody else can. Ugh. Um. So yeah, that first day was mostly just napping.
Yeah. But it was very pleasant. Their weather was what we have would be considered our winter here in Florida.
It was delightful.
Yep.
It was delightful.
So nice.
I think we tried 2 or 3 different coffee shops.
Yeah.
I found a favorite. It was the first one we went to, and it was the last one we went to. We got adventurous with food. We walked as much as we could. And then my capacity for being adventurous and spontaneous ended. Thursday morning when we were trying to get on a plane, I was like, I'm done. I can't try anything new. I can't do anything new. I need predictable. I need routine.
You need the same old, same old.
Oh, yes, Kim, this was the place with the bad bed. Apparently, we discovered this later. They've replaced their beds. There's this back alley. They had all these mattresses. So we were apparently on a brand new mattress that will probably, in about 1,000 people, be very comfy. I think we were the first people who'd ever laid on it. It was like concrete. And then they did this nice thing that I think for most people this is great. There was 4 pillows on the bed. It was a queen size bed. There were 4 pillows. One was kind of firm.
Right.
One was super soft and squishy. However, I am a princess. I need a memory foam pillow with a little lump thing for my neck to sit on, and I don't have that, and so I rolled the squishy soft one up to try and keep it under my neck and tried to put my head sort of on the firm. Nope. I was ready to come home. It felt a little bit like a vacation. I mean, we were there for doctor's appointments, but it did feel like a vacation, so that was nice. We haven't done that in pre-COVID was the last time we had
yeah.
And even that was sort of a working trip, but we had lots of fun. Yeah. So, Hi, Pop Mom. We did. We had safe travels. We did not have any drama, which was very nice.
No.
We didn't. We never got so tired that we were mad at each other, which was nice.
Well, it helped that we did not turn around.
We didn't do a 36-hour trip, which to the extent that we can, we will never do that again. No. If we can avoid that, we are going to avoid that. But life is rough when you're Goldilocks. The airports only had Pepsi products, no Coke products. I did discover several months ago that if I can't have Diet Coke, I can have Pepsi Zero, and I won't hate the world. It's not Diet Coke level elite, but Pepsi Zero is my second choice. So I drink a lot of Pepsi Zero. Hi, Eva. So, what else? The hotel that we were at had courtyards that were gorgeous, and a hotel cat named Annabelle, who was precious. She was so precious.
After a poem
by Edgar Allan
Poe.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Annabelle Lee, I believe it was. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, what else? I don't know. We didn't do anything, so I don't have anything to talk about. I got Diet Coke at the restaurants we ate at in town.
Yeah.
But I also realized that my water intake was awful, so I would try to not have a Diet Coke at every meal. Now that was a thing that I am no longer used to, because I don't think it's standard in this area of Florida where we live, and I don't think it was standard when we lived in the Tampa Bay area. At every restaurant, they just brought you the water, and then they were like, would you like something else to drink? I was like, nope, this is fine. I'll drink my water.
That was something that started down here because of the water shortages. They only bring you water if you ask for it.
Well, okay, so the water shortages have been going on most of my lifetime.
Yeah.
That makes sense then, because I have no experience with them. There's some restaurants they'll automatically give you a little cup of water, or if it's a diner and you order coffee, they will automatically bring you water. But yeah, every restaurant we went to, they were like, just here's your water. Now what would you like?
Right.
Oh, okay. I don't even have to ask for it. This is nice. New experiences everywhere we go.
Eva asked if the whole area has that kind of architecture, like the hotel. It's a mix. They preserve a lot of the old. Across the street was the Garden Society. There was the Women's Society, different, and they where we were, there were a lot of the older buildings that were.
There were a lot of historic markers on buildings too,
and
a lot of preservation going on.
But there's a good bit of new.
Yeah, there's definitely some new. I've noticed in some of the places we went into that were clearly built up around or part of old buildings that were, I mean, probably from the 1800s, but there would be bits and pieces sort of still worked into the structure of the building, but then everything else that was built around it is, drywall and new.
now we did come across one plaque on a place that said in 1862 nothing happened here.
Nothing happened here. Which, considering that was I did not realize Richmond was I think I knew when I forgot that Richmond, Virginia is the capital of the Confederacy. And so 1862, nothing happening in a spot in Richmond was a good day.
Right.
A good day because something was basically always happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what else? We went to the Civil War Museum.
Yes.
Which made me nervous because I know how the South handles the Civil War not well. I was 100% taught the Lost Cause stuff in history class, youngish days. Had to go into an AP high honors level class of history to learn the actual history from the Civil War. So I was a little nervous going to a Civil War museum in the capital of the Confederacy, but they the way they've structured it is you get the viewpoint of people who live in the South, the viewpoint of the North, and then the viewpoint of the African Americans who were both free and enslaved, and that was powerful. There was a little bit of tears at some of the stuff, but that made me willing to go because I was like, okay, that's well-rounded history. It's not Lost Cause bullshit.
Like I told her when we left, there were things that I had learned that were not true.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I remember unlearning some of that stuff because I took classes like that were willing to teach. But yeah, whitewashed history, American history, whitewashed. What? Could never. Julie says something that stuns me about the U.S. is that it's illegal to collect water in most places. Now I know there are some municipalities across the U.S. where they will have rules like that, but I know here in our area, if we popped a rain barrel out, we'd be well within our rights to collect rainwater. It's a fairly popular way to, especially during droughts and dry seasons, to try and water your plants and do stuff like that. But I have heard of different municipalities that I don't understand the reasoning behind it. I don't know what that's about, but I have heard of that before.
See, that's not something I had heard of.
For anybody who is new to these chaotic moments with us on a Friday night, around 8:30 we'll open it up for kinky Q&A and we'll talk about how that works for anybody who might have a question. Until then, we're just easing in. We're just this is, we take this time to work out, technical issues. And to remind ourselves, oh yeah, this is how we sit and talk to a camera. Hey, 1 week off, but I still remembered our intro, so I'm doing okay. But we have talked about having a rain barrel because there are a couple of spots around our house.
There's 2 spots on the house that would be perfect for 'em.
When the rain does arrive, we could probably easily fill a barrel in a good hard rain, but We have not. Rain barrels apparently are expensive. We have priced them and went, it's what? Here's things I have learned that are expensive now that some things I know were not expensive in the past, and some things I don't know. Rain barrels, expensive. Wheelbarrows, holy
yes.
crap, expensive. And trash cans. I have clear memories of just going to like Lowe's and buying a big ass trash can for like $30. And now it's like $100. The cheap one that's gonna fall apart like the third time your garbage person like bangs it around is maybe 50 if you're lucky, and then it doesn't even hold anything. I think that might be peak adulthood. Not only do I know the prices of those kinds of items, I know that they're way more expensive than they used to be, and I remember former prices. I am an old lady. It's official. I just need now I just need to yell at somebody to get off my fucking lawn. Well, actually, you do that in the backyard to the cats who use it as a litter box.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's quite the same as telling a human to get off your lawn. JB chases cats out of the backyard.
Our property has become battleground for 2 male cats. And at one point, one of them sprays the house. And then the other one, like, oh no, that's mine, and they spray, and back and forth,
and they
back
fight
and forth
with one another.
Yeah.
And, oh gosh, and the chasing the cats off using the backyard as a litter box is because then Lola thinks she's at a buffet.
Yeah.
Nope. Hate that. Hate everything about that. Oh, Lola was boarded for a week. It was her, sleepaway camp experience.
Yeah.
It was very expensive. It did feel like sending a child off to summer camp. And JB survived the time away from his dog.
I did. But I very much look forward to picking her up this morning.
Oh, they were... Okay, Lola was a total wiggle butt, very excited. As you imagine, a dog who you have not seen for several days gets to see you again, and they love you. And JB was mirroring that they were bringing the same energy to the encounter. I was just there. That was my job, was to like get the harness out, get the leash out, somehow be polite and nice to the strangers who were like, Lola's wonderful. We're like, we know. Okay, so apparently they had a promotion that if you spent so much money, you got a free t-shirt. I was like, if you spent over $500, you got a free t-shirt. And I was like, I feel like that much money, it should have been a coffee mug. It should have been a Stanley. It should have been something.
Wow.
JB's got a t-shirt for the boarding place for Lola.
Yeah.
Ta-da! We were so confused. They're like, you get a free shirt. What size would you like? And we just looked at one another and went,
What the fuck?
Could I just get like a $50 discount?
Right.
To stay here? Like, could you just knock off a look? No.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yes, your child is a pleasure to have. She was. Now we
got a report card.
We got a report card, and then we signed up for every other day because we didn't get the luxury spa package like we did last time when we were like, we've never left our baby alone before, and so we paid through the nose for the best part, but she was only there for a couple days. We did the medium tier this time because she was in there for a week. And so instead of getting paying to have a picture every single day, I did every other day.
Every other day.
Oh my gosh. So my phone number is the one in the account, and JB's email is the one in the account. So he got emailed the report cards, but I got sent the pictures, and then I had to forward the picture to everybody who needed to have that. And every time JB would be kind of like, he'd be either tired or like sort of down, or we had just been to the Civil War museum and it was a little depressing, as it should be, and I'd be like, and then right then that's when a picture of Lola would come through. I'm like, look, there's your girl. He perked right up. The cats survived.
Yeah, they didn't go feral.
No. My mom, I asked her to come by one time just to like check their litter boxes, make sure they were still being themselves. They were. She went, oh yeah, I cleaned your litter boxes, thank you, Mom. We had put dry food out in like the feeders. There was a word they called it, the gravity feeders.
Yeah.
Anyway, we put those around One was nearly empty when we came back home, and Ella was looking well fed.
Yeah.
I'll just say.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure she knew not a moment of hunger the whole time we were gone.
No, last night I let things be. This morning when I got up, I collected the feeders,
Yeah.
and she was not happy. She voiced her dissent, and probably about an hour and a half prior to when I normally feed them dinner, she was in rough shape, boy. She was in rough shape, but I got her back on her regular food that she needs to be on. She ate it. She ate it all.
Maybe she needed something a little different. She was like, I've had all of this crunchy dry food for all these days. The buffet was open. Was like she was on a cruise ship and she could just eat at any point. And she did.
She did.
And she did.
She did.
Whew.
Yeah.
But they were good. They were a little judgy when we walked in. Like Ella kind of looked at us like, and where the fuck have you been? And Onyx was like, why did you leave me alone with her?
Yeah.
Which I get it. I get it. But yeah. So Lola was very happy. Now here was a very strange thing. They do at the borders, if they have your dog for, I think it's 5 days or longer, they will automatically do a bath for them, which is fine. And I, click the box. Yes, I want the bath, blah, blah, blah. I guess you could opt out of it if you wanted to. But they did not trim her nails.
No.
And so now I'm going to have to call the vet and be like, can I get her in? Because we can't trim her nails. She knows that not. We are the weak links on that. We pay $14 and she's good. So
she will let me do a lot of things. I can put eye drops. I can put drops and clean her ears,
which she hates.
She doesn't like, but
she will let you do it.
She lets me do it. But yeah, when it comes to that, trimming her nails, no, she wants no part of it.
No. Yeah, we with picking where to put Lola, it never even occurred to me to like use something like Rover, as people were talking about in the comments. Just didn't even think about it. But we were also very picky because Lola has medications she has to be given very specific times of the day. So I'm comfortable with where we kept her, where she goes. We did talk about the next trip. JB might stay home. The next trip might literally just be me, and it might be a 24-hour thing because medication refills cannot be mailed to us because our state does not allow minors to have gender-affirming care. And so in order to do anything for the youngest, we have to go to the state and be there. Well, we technically don't have to bring her in for another 6 months for like a checkup and blah, 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 but she'll need a prescription refill. So I might be making a solo trip just to go pick up meds. It would be cheaper to drive. It would take 3 times as long to drive. And also, I don't think anybody's going to let me drive the 11 to 14 hours by myself.
No.
There was a time in my 20s and early 30s, I could have made that drive no problem. These days, I don't know.
Yeah,
if I had no option, I could do it. But it would take even longer. So, yeah, it's a very strange position to be in. But, Silent, I actually, speaking of leaving food out, I worried that Onyx would not get to eat. But it looks like Onyx ate.
She's got a little,
Yeah, she's entering her, not quite middle-age years.
Right.
So I'm like, I get it, girl. A moment on the lips, a lifetime on the hips. I got it. Okay. I was raised on that, and it's your turn now. Oh, no, Silent.
Yeah, no.
I would there are some things we have to drive an hour out of the way. When the youngest was, I had a pediatric gastroenterologist and a couple other things. We were driving an hour for that. Worth it. Happy to do it.
Oh yeah.
But when we've talked about potentially moving to Virginia, we know we will probably live a minimum of an hour away from the doctor.
Right.
And I don't mind. Once I find the back roads, I'll be fine. And I learned downtown. I'll be fine.
The downtown city in where we were in Richmond was nice. It was very walkable. There were restaurants. There were corner stores.
I'm really glad we didn't have to pay for parking. I bet that show is expensive.
Yeah. That probably does add up. But no, it was nice. Got a lot of walking in. A lot of exercise.
Yeah, we did. I know. We were sitting down to stream and I went, wait, my glute and my hamstring hurt. Did I walk that much? We didn't do a lot of uphill this time like we did last time, but we only took we were troopers when it came to walking. We walked through a construction site to get to the museum on a very warm day. Now, not Florida warm, but warm for people who were walking. And when we finished up at the museum, everybody was like to each other. We were all like, we don't have to walk back, do we? I was like, let me pull up the Lyft app. We're going to get somebody to take us the 5-minute drive back to the hotel. For me, it was the walking through the construction zone to get. I was like, no, I don't want to walk back. I don't want to walk through that again.
And Silent, yes, if we did live up there, we would just have
True. They would be able to send it in.
Right.
But the appointments we would still drive to.
The appointments would have to for that, yes.
But I don't mind that at all.
No. So.
Yeah. It was nice. It was the first. There were several firsts in this trip, and it was first of seeing the youngest be a little bit independent and do things on her own. And I was like, oh, I love to see the confidence growing. Of course, when I mentioned it, because I'm the dorky mom who will comment on that and tell my child I am proud of her, she was like, ugh, mom, just take it, okay? Take the fucking compliment and take the pride. Just take it. But
yeah,
something about being there, she has more confidence in a state where she feels a little bit safer.
Yeah.
So that's a thing that weighs on us. But yeah, it was a good trip. Good food. Good coffee. Really good coffee.
Yeah.
The coffee shop that we went to twice, they did iced coffees, I guess, for a summer thing. These iced coffees that were done like cocktails. They were not cocktails. They were coffee. But the one I had was a brown sugar espresso, blah, 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 with a tonic and a this and a that. And then they put it, I don't even know the name of the kind of glass, but it was definitely
It was like a martini glass. It just didn't have the stem.
With no stem, yeah. But that's what it was in. And they did shaken, not stirred kind of thing. I was like, damn. And then I had to make myself not guzzle it. And the whole time I was like, I should go get another one. I was like, I don't need that much espresso, nor do I want to spend another like $9 on a drink, but I should go get another one. And now I'm sad because
one of the places we went, I was going to get a large, and thankfully they had a sign up there that told you how many shots of espresso they put in the drink.
Yeah.
And it was like a large, they put 4 shots.
Which that is not uncommon, but I don't think you've had to think about how many shots are in a large for. Yeah.
That's true.
And I'm glad you know your limitations. He was like, no, I'm not, I don't need 4 shots of espresso.
No.
None of us do.
But it was good.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think there was nothing we had or did that I was like, oh, I wish we hadn't done that. The voice cracking stage. The stage we're at is apparently very private because 16-year-old's like, I'm not talking to you about that. I went, fair, but I did this 35 years ago, so I know a little bit about what's coming, so it's fine. It's fine. We don't have to talk about it. I lived it in my own version of it, so it'll be fine. So I think it's nearly 8:30. According to my phone. By the time you can hear my voice, it might actually be 8:30. So we will talk about the kinky Q&A. We're gonna still be random. We haven't even gotten on food and drink, like not just what we ate, but you know what I mean, like the normal conversation. Y'all know. We'll get there. But in the meantime, if you have a kinky question of some sort that you want our take on, or something you want to know about us, or whatever, but that's kink related, you can ask your question. Here are the rules. I used to say tag us, but now it doesn't light up the same anymore. So tag us, don't tag us, we'll figure it out. Your question needs to stay within the character limit of a single live chat post. Okay, if it's longer than that, it's too long for this format. Okay, you can send that to us via email, and we'll get it answered that way. But to be answered in the live stream, you gotta be concise. And then if you ask your question and we do not answer it in what you consider to be a timely fashion, do not spam the chat. You will be put in timeout. Our moderators have no fucks to give, and that's what we love about them. So, yeah. Feel free. We'll keep chatting when there are no questions. There could be no questions this whole night. We're still gonna be here till 10, and we'll still keep chatting. It ends up being $9 because the tip. I had to tip on everything. I mean, I guess I didn't have to tip on everything, but it's America, and so if you want somebody to make a living that serves you, you better fucking tip. And so yeah, those ended up being like $9 drinks. I was willing to do it because it felt like a vacation experience. This was not a coffee. I would get myself here. We very rarely go to like local coffee shops where you're gonna pay a premium because it's small and local, but you're gonna get something special. So I sort of treated it like that. I was like, this is special. I'll do this. But it was so good. I was thinking about doing it again. I probably would have been like clinging to the ceiling because one shot of espresso was enough for me. Thanks. Actually, I was very sleepy afterwards. I was like, I don't think I'm supposed to be sleepy after an espresso, but I was. I could have taken a nap. So I think that's about it. I mean, without going into like details that are nobody's business. So what else is there that is not that? What random thing would you like to talk about?
I don't know, Raggy.
Yeah, we got very lucky with the price of our flight. We booked JetBlue. We didn't fly Spirit before. We can't now. Yeah. That was never my jam. We did JetBlue, and I actually booked through the JetBlue vacation deal they do. So I do our flight and our hotel, and it's a significant discount to do it that way. And you get like access to all the hotels you would have access to anyway. And that way I'm not making separate reservations. It's all one and done. So I do pay to have decent seats. I don't pay like top end price to be at the very front of the plane, but we pay for the leg room because that child is 6'2.5". Yeah, officially. So
silence calling you out.
I know. I didn't. I know. I think I even said it at the time. I was like, oh, maybe it's more proof I really do have ADHD. I don't drink espresso that often. Coffee, cold brew doesn't do that to me. At this point, I don't notice that I am any more or less alert after coffee. I just don't have a headache anymore. But yeah, apparently espresso, I am sleepy. Okay, Julie says, after seeing a recent sex locations post on Facebook, some stated cemetery as a place to have sex, apparently. Thoughts on that? It couldn't be me. Look, I can't walk around a cemetery without apologizing to the dead people for accidentally standing on their grave. Okay, I'm like, oh, my bad. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm not a person who finds cemeteries exciting, so couldn't be me. I do know that there are some people who find that very exciting. That like that that fits their vibe. That fits their aesthetic. That's a thing that like does something for them. I'm over here going, that's technically a public space, so be prepared for if you're caught and whatever that might mean. How about you?
I never have in that aspect. When I was young and dumb, we used to party in cemeteries a lot.
I was never that adventurous. I know I had friends who did, but
yeah, and because they were out of the way and nobody would, go there, hang out.
Yeah.
And
I'm
sure there were others who were doing.
I'm sure.
I have no doubt about that.
Especially if you've got a cemetery where you've got like those big. I don't know what the building kind of thing.
Oh, the mausoleum?
Yeah, someplace to hide behind.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a religious person at all. I'm not one who romanticizes death. When like my dad died, everybody's like, he passed away. I'm like, no, he's dead. He's dead and gone. That's just sort of how I am. But something about cemeteries, my brain is like that. To just play in a cemetery like that, to party, to fuck, to whatever, like for me personally, sacrilegious is not the right word because I'm not religious. I don't know. There's something about cemeteries that would bother me on like, I think some sort of moral or ethical grounds. Again, for me personally, what other people do is their own damn business. But yeah. I do know that for some people there's a vibe to it. I'm sure for some people there's a spirituality to it that, Yeah. I just think you got to be real careful what you do in public. And that
is true.
If you are fucking on grandma's gravesite, I think you have to be prepared for somebody to be really fucking pissed, like to feel really disrespected and like you have desecrated something.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I remember too, in my teenage years. Going down, not quite in New York City, but Westchester, which was kind of the outskirts.
Mm-hmm.
There was a church. There were regularly drugs that were dealt from there.
Sure. I believe that. Taste, you said country cemeteries are a different vibe than large city cemeteries. I'll bet. And I have more experience with the small little country cemeteries that are scary at night. That's a lot of like dark wooded areas and just little headstones just randomly. There's no rhyme or reason. Nope. Look, if that was in their will and nobody'd get like arrested for it, I'm not gonna do it. Because once you're dead and gone, you don't really have a say anymore. But,
Yeah.
Like, I won't be buried. I'm requesting. I'll be dead and gone and we'll have no control over it, but I'm requesting to be cremated. And then to do something with my fucking ashes. The kids don't need to carry me around for the next, 30, 40 years. Like, But then the sad thing is they would carry me around, but I'd probably be in a closet somewhere because both of those children are out of sight, out of mind, and they would forget I was with them. So just put me in a wooden box and sprinkle me somewhere. I just. But. Oh, thank you, Silent. Oh yeah, there's a fundraiser. There's a fundraiser going on. You're right. Yeah, no. I don't, it's funny. I don't really air quote, believe in ghosts, but I do believe in weird vibes and what was that noise? And my brain will try to explain what a strange noise was, or why did I get a chill like that, or why does this area feel weird? My logical mind will start trying to look for reasons, but the part of me that's just anxious every moment of every day is like, nope, there's something here. I'm getting the fuck out. I don't want to be here anymore. Nope. my aunt and uncle had, not the house they're currently living in, I think the house they had before when they were still in South Florida, they had this story they would tell about they felt they had a ghost, and they thought they figured out the ghost's name based on how the rain was falling on a certain part of their roof and they could hear it, and normally you couldn't. And when they would like start guessing names, the rain would either get harder or it would get softer. They told me that story. I wasn't even visiting in that house, and I was like, I could never sleep in this building again. Just would never happen. So, thank you, X.
Thank you, X.
Yeah, no desire to spend an eternity on the mantle. No.
Yeah, no.
Well, see, JB's being propped up until I go. Then they can just like cremate us both, because you want to be cremated,
Yeah.
right? And just zhush us together. I mean, then finally I could be inside of you like I sometimes want to be.
Oh my God.
Look, you'll be dead and gone. We'll be in whatever is next. We better fucking be together in whatever is next. Look, other people can be there. We don't have to be monogamous, but
Kim said, I never even thought about it. Your weekend of burning me.
oh yeah, 100%. We'll still be doing this live streaming podcast. Just prop you up there. Nobody will notice for a while because you don't speak a lot. Here's when they'll notice, because I won't be able to get a camera angle right or the volume correct. Nothing will sound and look right. That's how y'all will know. Thank you to the anonymous donor. I appreciate you. We appreciate you. Equality Florida appreciates you. My screen is just flying around. What is happening here? I'm an old lady who... I do think my phone is finally starting to show its age. There are things it's doing that it should not be doing.
I know.
So... yeah, my aunt and uncle already have plots picked out, I think paid for. My mom is kind of like me. She's like, just scatter me somewhere. Like, cool. Yeah. I have to, the thing is I try to, when it's an appropriate conversation, I'll just do it to them out of the blue. I try to like slip that into the kids, but they're not going to remember. I'm going to have to like write it in Sharpie on my hand or something. And then hope they're looking and paying attention.
Yeah.
So. Oh, thank you, Andre. Thank you. That was Andre.
Oh, thank
Forgot
you.
to click the box. Appreciate y'all. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Florida is up to its usual bigoted shenanigans.
Yeah.
So anything we can do to help. But for anybody who is living in an area similar to Florida, you will have your own state's version of blah-de-blah equality or equality blah-de-blah. And if you can, please support them. Because, it's labor of love that's not usually rewarded. Because, goddamn, some of these
and they have been stepping and fetching down here.
Yeah. Yeah. Our state, House, and Senate makes Equality Florida work very hard.
Yeah.
Because, man, they love to pass some bullshit law. Anyway, I'm not getting myself wound up about that tonight.
Nope.
Appreciate the support, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Julie, you'd think they would. Yeah. I've always said, because there might come a time when JB's like, look, I just don't want to have to do this anymore. I'm tired. Can I be actually retired? Depending on where I'm at in my own life at that point, I have thought I might just pivot us fully to wax play candles and just keep on going. Yeah, Silent, that's true.
That's
ACLU
true.
is doing
ACLU,
some hard work around here too.
Yeah, they are.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, there's great organizations.
Yeah.
Nationwide, statewide, local groups always need cash. But reminder for anybody just joining us, the Kinky Q&A is technically going. Feel free to to ask. Would you deter anyone thinking about moving into Florida?
Yes.
I would say 100% if you are within the LGBTQ plus
Yeah.
community in any way, shape, or form. 100%. That being said, I would like those of us who are either within that community or allies, folks who are, working hard to be inclusive and want equality for everybody. I would love to have an influx of those folks come to Florida to maybe shift politics a bit and shift, the lawmakers and all that. But I also know it's very expensive to live here.
Yeah.
We are in one of the more affordable areas, and it's becoming less affordable. It's why we moved here from Tampa Bay, because this was more affordable. And comparatively, I guess, but it's expensive to live here. If you live in one of the major cities, you will find community. You will be easier to find kink community. It's, rural areas, suburban areas, you get more space. You're not, you get the sort of some of the stuff that's good about Florida, but then you also get a lot of Trump flags sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, it used to be really bad. It's much better now. So, I think that if we were not worried about our youngest safety, if it was not a safety concern and a happiness concern, but certainly a safety concern, we would probably stick out this crazy fucking heat, because living in Florida is kind of part of our identity to some extent.
Right.
And it's a very strange feeling to think that we will not, be Floridians. But I can't
I moved here in
sugarcoat it. It kind of sucks here sometimes.
Yeah, I moved here in '81. And this has pretty much been my home. I've thought a few times about leaving here, but never did, because I wanted to stay forever. But now the way things are, it's not the same. It's not the same place anymore, and it's not safe for many people.
No, there are people who want Florida to be different. But I don't think there's more people who are conservative and don't want things to change or want things to go backwards. I think it's that the people who are more progressive and want equality and inclusion and diversity and all of that don't think their voice counts or matters, because we're not really represented.
We're not. And I just recently found out that we have some very big billionaires.
Oh, I believe that.
And of the type that would buy their...
Oh, sure. I mean, can you call yourself a billionaire if you don't buy your politicians and your preferred laws?
That was something I just learned. But, it's sad, because, there were places, St. Pete, my gosh, St. Pete has such a history in the gay community, Key West. And
St. Pete remains defiant, staunchly defiant. But so does Orlando and Gainesville and the larger cities. Yeah, if you can be safe based on the laws that we have here, and some people can't. If you were trans, I would never say, come to Florida. Your safety is even less guaranteed than anybody else's. But there is community here, and there are people who genuinely care, and it's wonderful when you find it. There are some amazing things about Florida. The fucking manatees alone, you're legally not allowed to touch them, but if they touch you, it's fine. And I'm like, I don't even know how to swim, and I would love to get in the water just so a manatee could rub up on me. The springs, the parts of Florida that are not Disney, are not Miami, are not the beach. It's beautiful. But that's not enough.
Recently,
anymore.
We live relatively close to the Ocala National Forest. And recently, a couple weeks back, I took a walk through one of the trails, and it was beautiful. I enjoyed myself. It was peaceful, just bird song and nature.
Yeah, there are parts to Florida that Usually, truly only like natives or people who've lived here long enough, like 30 plus
Mhm.
years, know about. That's just not
Yeah.
palm trees and Mount
No.
Sears. Those are nice things about
Mhm.
Florida, but that's just
Yeah.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
No.
The Gulf of Mexico is my favorite. The Atlantic is fine. It's where you can get some actual waves, but give me the Gulf. Give me the
Mhm.
Panhandle, known as the
Yeah.
Emerald Coast, where the beaches are like white sugar sand,
Mhm.
and certain parts of the water are green blue. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful
Yeah.
there.
And I would say, for where I was in
Mm.
Tampa Bay area, from about Dunedin south is where you get the nice water.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's some amazing things about Florida,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
yeah, if your personal safety and your personhood and your ability to get health care that you deserve to be able to get is important to you, don't come to Florida.
Mm-mm.
Don't come to Florida.
No.
Look, Canada's gonna have to be less fucking cold. Okay. To me, the compromise that I can find is Virginia, because yes, they do have winter, and there has been, there
Yeah.
is snow periodically, and sometimes it's bad because thank you
Mhm.
climate change.
Hmm.
But it's still south. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Now what is it? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Uh-huh.
Is it British Columbia up there that has weather? They don't get snow. I think it's just like kind of like our Pacific Northwest.
I don't know. That sounds right to me, but what the
Mhm.
fuck do I know? I'm fucking Florida. Let's see. I think some questions came up. Best lube for fisting? A long-lasting one.
Hmm.
I love an oil-based lube because it sticks around for a while.
Yeah.
But you also have to think, does your partner have any sensitivities? Or is there some ingredient that they cannot touch their skin? You can use a water-based lube. Just keep applying it.
Lots of it. Yeah.
I'm sure there is something that's probably thicker. I'll bet the ones that are marketed as anal lubes, which do tend to be thicker, would probably be great for fisting. But to me, it's been a hot minute since fisting was a part of my life. Fucking loved it, but it's been a hot minute. Anything that could last for a while. I love an oil-based lube. Love an oil-based lube. Let's see. Is it KI 7? Is it odd? I want to say your name right, and I'm old and dumb, and I can't. Okay, I'm curious if there are people with disabilities or in the BDSM community as a whole. Hell yeah.
yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
There are plenty of people with disabilities. We have on our website a resource page, BDSM and Disability, where we linked to people that we knew about or were told about that were kinky and disabled, and talking about, educating about, sharing their life experiences, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. Very much so. Very much so. Winter builds character. Resentment. It would build resentment. You know what you would turn me into? I would become a snowbird. And who the fuck wants that? What is even the point? Nope. I don't want to be cold. I don't mind being cold. I actually don't mind being cold as long as I can warm up. I think I am too old lady set in her ways and anxious. The anxiety can ride me sometimes to learn how to drive in snow. I am already a hot mess in the weather I know how to drive in.
I still have memories of driving in the snow. Where every fall you have to put on your snow tires.
Ugh.
You keep chains in the trunk.
I would never be able to leave the house by myself in winter if
And
that's
then,
what you
and
need.
then to add some extra weight, if you're driving in snow, you put sandbags or concrete blocks in the trunk.
You would have to drive me everywhere. And what are we going to do when you become a little old man and I'm supposed to be driving you everywhere? We would go nowhere. See. I thought I saw another. One. Maybe I missed it. If there's another question, feel free to somebody point me in the direction. I have never seen snow that really sticks. I've seen flurries. Mid 90s, 95. I think it was 95, maybe 96. South Mississippi on the Gulf Coast where it should not snow. It snowed and it stuck. It was maybe an inch. It stuck for like a whole 2 hours. At school, nobody did anything productive once the snow started, and then some of the teachers would let kids out of class, and they were making these snowmen that were like 6 inches high. That's as much snow as you could like gather to make little snowmen.
Oh, I have a memory of lots of snow where I grew up.
Yeah, no.
We had temperatures that dipped 20 below zero at times, and yeah.
Cannot imagine.
Yep.
I would need I would need a whole guidebook, and I would need it to tell me what to do for every situation. I'm so fucking anxious these days. I'm out of practice of having to do things that make me uncomfortable and to do new things, and I just the more I think about trying to deal with snow, look, and I do know I have gotten through every hard day I've ever had, and I have figured shit out all these years, but just I'm not sure I would want to be a snowbird though. Look, we were gone for 4 days, and I was like, I'm ready to be done now. I want to go back to my routine where everything is lovely, and well, not lovely, but I know what to expect and where everything is, and I don't know. Oh, it's gonna finally be 90 for you. We have not had a lot of 90 yet, but we definitely hit it today.
Yeah.
And we're at that point now. We're supposed to basically be in the 90s.
And the humidity is starting to creep in.
Yeah. You know, Silent, that is the life I would have to have. Everything would have to be delivered, and I'd have to be driven places. Yeah. Just in snow, and post snow, ice, that kind of stuff. Yeah, no. I would have to be. Lord, yeah. Oh, 68, I would love that.
Yeah.
That sounds delightful. And we're in Virginia. We had some very mild days. Temperatures dipped below their averages for the time of year, because there was some rain coming in, and I was still like, can you crank that damn AC down? I'm hot over here. Warm.
Yeah.
You know, I used to hate being cold, and there are times I still hate it, but I now spend so much of my time pre and post and in the middle of like hot flashes and just like my natural warming. I'm like, I'll take some cold. Let me bundle. Actually, I love being cold, the kind of cold where you can then bundle up into something cozy, because then I get to be cozy. Right now, all I am is wondering, can I take my skin off, and will that make me cooler? It won't, and I can't. Kim, I would let you try me places. I would let you. No, look, we're already venturing out of our comfort zone to consider a state like Virginia. So, I don't know. Give me another 20 years. Let their politics shift again. Maybe I'll look further north. But damn it, Mr. Spock. So. Yeah, but does anybody do freezing your, like, everything, your extremities off like Canada too? Like, I want to experience frostbite. Look, I could see it. My shoe would be too tight, my sock would feel weird, it'd probably slip down, and I would want to take my snow boot sock situation off just to like wiggle my toes and they feel okay. Or I'd be wearing my gloves, my hands would get hot and sweaty, and I'd be like, no, these have to come off. And then I'd expose my fingers to, like, you know, Arctic temperatures.
Wow.
I just know me.
Wow.
And is it the right kind of cozy? Are the materials of the clothing and the socks and is it soft? Are there going to be itchy seams that make me want to just peel my skin off again, but for new reasons now? Is it going to be the perfect kind of cozy? And if I walk inside with my cozy, am I going to sweat my ass off? Because if I am, now I'm going to be cranky for a new reason.
Yeah, don't forget Silent Goldilocks over there.
Goldilocks. Yes. Yes. I would like to live in the mythical place where it is basically 72 with almost no humidity. Some humidity, but like that's the place I want to live. But also it can't be too expensive. And I would like to know the language or have the ability to learn the language. Yeah.
I think I freaked out about how cold Alaska is when a person that I knew lived there, and they told me about ice fog.
What the fuck is ice fog?
It would get so cold, any moisture in the air would freeze in the air.
Yep, I'm not built for that. So Alaska, the cold in Alaska would keep me away, obviously. But the other thing is the remoteness of it. You know, I've seen reels where people are sharing their life in Alaska and how they like fly to go get this or that, or they go once every like couple of months or several months for groceries, and then I'm like, I don't want to be that remote. I don't want to be around people, but I don't want to be not around people like that. I don't think I'm built for that. And then add in like whatever wildlife. I'm not built for that. I'm pretty sure the bug situation might be okay though. I'll say this. I would not be mad to live in a place that has no concept of the kind of bugs we've got here in Florida. A palmetto bug? Oh god, that's the stuff of nightmares, first of all. Some of the spiders, no thank you.
Mr. Spock, it is pretty. It's pretty to see pictures of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, they're telling me about how they had, for their cars, they had dipsticks for the oil to keep the oil warm.
Oh, wow. Aw, well, another reason not to go to Alaska. I don't need any more fucking mosquitoes. Close, but not too close. Yeah. Right, X? Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. And someone was talking about that on the other day about how expensive everything is up there right now.
Yeah. Well, and it kind of would be even if we weren't going through all this craziness.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. Yeah, I want to be close enough to conveniences that I like, or things I might, I don't know, want to do, go to, be around, blah, 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 experience. But I just need it to be within a driving distance. And as an American, my internal, how far is that? What's too far? I mean, depends on what it is. An hour to go to a doctor's appointment? Okay. You know, couple hours to go to like a concert or a show or something? Okay. You know. But, you know, not 8 hours, not have to take a plane. But also, I don't want my neighbors on top of me. The way they're building houses around here, I'm sure is happening in other parts of the country, where whatever the size of the lot is,
you can barely fit a
the
lawnmower
house is
between
like
the two of them.
Just smaller than it. And the houses are then all on top of one another. I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. 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 The last time I saw neighborhoods like that, because I am a Florida girl, were the, not trailer parks in the way that are sometimes thought of trailer parks where they're super run down, but in Central Florida, probably South Florida too, there were entire neighborhoods and spaces where there were mobile homes, whatever the size of the little lot was that could hold the mobile home was just a little bit smaller than it, and they were just lined up. and you could hear your neighbor without a window being open. No, I don't want to live like that. Oh, thank you, Mr. Spock.
Yep.
Let me go find it.
How does one find activities in the BDSM community to attend and learn more about the community?
FetLife.
FetLife.
Have been other sites in the past. They usually pull from FetLife. FetLife is the best place I have found to be the most consistent, because whatever area you live in and or are traveling to, you can put literally that name in,
and it brings you.
and there's a whole tab just for events. There are online events, virtual events, there are in-person events. Many events, and the people who run them either have a group or a page or a whole thing that you can follow or friend or whatever, or be a part of and join. Best place to find munches, conventions, classes, all of it. You don't have to use FetLife for the social media kind of feed thing. You don't have to do any of that. I don't. I have multiple FetLife accounts. I haven't posted to my Kayla Lord's FetLife account in literal years. I barely post to the Loving BDSM one. The Kinkery is the only one where I'm consistent. But yeah, FetLife is it. It is the legit best place.
Yeah.
And you can block and delete anybody you need if they get all weird up in your DMs.
That's true.
There is that.
Yep.
Safety first. FetLife is where you're going to find events, and then the people who take safety seriously are talking about that when they're talking about their event or their group or their whatever. And if it's not explicit, or if you still have more questions, the good organizers want you to reach out and ask your questions so that they can tell you how they handle that and what they're doing and all of that. I have no doubt there are events that are just for, women, cis and trans, right? I have no doubt there are events that are just for, this group of people, that group of people. So if they're there and they're in a place that you can get to or are, that's the place to find them. It used to be, and I know there's no universals in any of this, but my experience with dungeons and BDSM clubs is women were allowed to come in as a solo woman to an event. And I've seen events where a single man could not come in, or he got charged more, or, to try to deter the predatory bullshit. Right. But safety is a thing we are all supposed to be thinking about in BDSM. So yeah, if an event is not explicit about it, then the organizer should be willing to answer any and all questions. But many will make it clear how they handle safety and what they're doing, and Let's see. Speaking of munches, the one you had kind of started going to, is that on your schedule coming up? I don't know how time works, so
I haven't looked to see when the next one is.
Been very proud of JB. He's been trying to sort of get back out there.
Yeah.
And go to munches again. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I've been to a club and it was like a shiny new toy and objectified. Yeah, that does exist. There should be, at parties, at dungeons, at clubs, they might use a different term. The term I know is dungeon monitor, because I know it from BDSM dungeons. At parties, it might not. They don't necessarily call them the dungeon monitor. There's somebody there who you're supposed to be able to go to or is looking out for people. Those are me personally. If a venue did not have something like that and was not open and explicit about here's what you do if you're uncomfortable, or if somebody's not behaving, or here's who you go to, here are the rules, here's how the expectations of behavior. Because are there parts of the community where that kind of stuff happens all the fucking time? Unfortunately, yes. You do not have to there's no test you have to pass to organize something. And sometimes some of the worst people will organize a thing. So my imperfect as it is, my sort of way of going, is this something I would be interested in? I either know them personally, or JB knows them personally, because it's usually him that knows, or we're looking at how are they set up, what are their rules, what are the expectations, how do they expect people to behave, what do you do if there's a problem? And if they're not telling you here's what you do if you have a problem, that's, to me, that's a sign. That's a sign that nope, they don't take it, they haven't had enough problems yet, or they don't take it seriously enough. Either way, I personally just wouldn't be comfortable there. So those are some things to look for. But because I've never walked into a dungeon, like a membership dungeon, where the first thing you do as a new person is they walk you around, they show you everything, and they tell you all the rules.
Right.
So that's my expectation, and I would be very uncomfortable in a place that didn't. Parties, I don't go to those anymore, but when I do, it minimum, the person hosting it is somebody we know. Did we, as brand new people to the community, have a total stranger come up to us, decide he liked our vibe, and invite us to a random party at a random look? I was like, I am too anxious for that. I am not your girl. Mm-hmm. Are there people who are that way and can have that comfort level? And sure, and more power to them. But as an anxious girly, nope, that will not work for me, because I don't have a sense of trust and or safety or risk awareness and mitigation to know who is it, and what do I know about them, and do I know, are they responsible, kinksters? And so you just have to kind of create your own set of standards, and then look for the people, the groups, the events that are offering that, that are taking care of those kinds of things. It means you weed some out and you don't go to some stuff, but that's okay too. Yeah, Silence says, around here you have to attend a Munch and be vetted if you want to go to the club. I have definitely heard of that before. Mm-hmm. Yep. The club that we were a part of, that was a very, very small one. We were, for a while, good friends with the person who ran it and owned it. That was her. If you wanted to get in her club, you were coming to her Munch, and she was getting to know you. Right. She had like 2 or 3 people she trusted enough that they could invite somebody. They just had to tell her. But no, not everybody got that pass.
Yeah. And the one used to be Phoenix. They would do background checks.
Oh yeah,
they would do background checks.
Woodshed did Woodshed do background checks?
Yes.
Membership clubs. Yeah, you'll have to give your ID. You got to give your real name. They do a background check. But they have rules about who cannot be a member. None of that
goes anywhere beyond.
Well, that yeah, they respect your privacy and they protect your information, but none of that guarantees that bad things won't happen.
True.
It just helps
they
mitigate some of it.
Right.
Yeah, I miss going to dungeons to play on the equipment. I miss having a dungeon where I knew enough people that I vibed with, that it was a place to hang out and have a good time. I miss that. Yeah. At this point, to have that experience, we have to be prepared to drive a couple hours, probably going to spend the night.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And
with the way traffic is going into there anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just not a stage of life that we're in. But.
Yep.
So. Yeah. We have talked about this so many times, so if this is the millionth time you've heard it, sorry. My favorite experience was for a time when we lived in the Tampa Bay area, when they did like once a week or once a month a morning opening.
Once a month.
For people who couldn't come on the weekends, couldn't come at night, whatever, maybe they worked overnight or whatever. It was like a 9 a.m. scene. I don't remember what equipment we used. And oh my God, did it? Super relaxed. We dropped the kids off at school. We took the day off of work. Went and did the scene. Went and got breakfast and just fucking lounged. It was so nice.
It was.
So nice.
It was.
It was, and I know that they designed that for people who can't go to the dungeon or the club when it's open at night and on the weekends
Right.
because of their work schedule. But looking back, I'm like, for folks who get very overwhelmed and or overstimulated in like the air quote typical dungeon kind of vibe, that was delightful because there weren't a lot of people.
Right.
There might be some music, but it usually wasn't overwhelming.
Correct.
Like that would be my scene very easily now.
And what was nice about that was there was enough people. One time it didn't work out well, but you could basically choose your music for the scene.
Yeah, if you were the first one in, for sure you could. They'd be like, "What kind of music would you like?"
Yeah.
That was always nice. It's like, "Oh yeah, what time do you open? That's when I'll be." Let me kick these kids out of the car to go to school.
Yeah.
Yeah, Silent. If I had to be up to get the kids dropped off by like 7, why not go for I was already awake.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, the last time we were at the woodshed, we had a decent scene. I was able to block everything out while we played, and then the moment we were done, I was like, "It is very crowded. It is very loud in here.
Yeah.
I can't handle this the way I used to be able to handle this." I do look forward to a time in life, and I believe we will get there, when we will travel and go to events and stuff.
Yeah.
We'll go to conventions and hopefully we'll go to enjoy and experience the thing, not necessarily go to work the thing.
Right.
I want to make money, but I would also like to get to experience that side of the kink.
It's nice to just
go,
and enjoy. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Silence. This makes me think of the clubbing events that go on around here. It's called Bed by 10, and it's for people over 30 who still want to go clubbing. Something similar to that. I don't think they called it that. I saw it being advertised for our area. I don't know if it was Gainesville or it was here where we live. But it was, it was like a club scene kind of situation. It was like 7 o'clock at night or whatever. I was like, I was never a person who went clubbing. That was never my scene. It still would not be my scene, probably for the same reasons. That's a little too much for me. Too much people. But I loved the idea of that. I was like, that's cool. So, but I'm very proud of me. We got Zaxby's for dinner because nobody felt like cooking. And I got, this is their large, which is like massive, Diet Coke. Of course it is. I had to suffer through Pepsi Zero as my number 2 choice for 2 airport experiences. Anyway, and then I saved it. I had a few sips while I was eating my dinner, and I still have some. And if I don't drink it by the time we're done for the night, I'll put the rest. It'll be watered down as shit. I don't care. I'll put it in the fridge, and then in the morning, I'll drink it again.
X, I'd be right there with you. Yeah.
Go to bed by 10. For sure. You know, there's something about Fridays that for me is a very I don't feel like cooking vibe in general. Typically, it's because I have cooked every day up until Friday, and I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. This week it was just no energy. You know, I finally tried a Dr. Pepper. It was a Diet Dr. Pepper in a way that made it palatable to me. I do not like Dr. Pepper. It tastes like cough syrup to me. I know there are people who love it. Look, I don't yuck your yum. You don't yuck my yum. Right. But I did try a dirty Dr. Pepper, one of like a dozen recipes I've seen online. It was really good. It was really good. I'm not doing like the one where it's like the coconut and I'm not doing any. Coconut's not my jam.
No, I've used Dr. Pepper as a wash, smoking a brisket.
Yeah, that came out good.
Yeah,
that had a little bit of like a caramelization to it as well. Indiana Jones during a whip slash a back scene. I have my preferred. It's rock, alternative rock, classic rock. Basically, I need something. I just need almost anything with just sort of a driving deep bass beat. If it's got that, I'm good. I'm good. It could be fast, it could be slower, don't matter. That's what I need. I need it to feel like you are, having a drum solo over there. But so I no longer know the original like recipe of a dirty Dr. Pepper. But it's basically Dr. Pepper. I've seen people use creamer, like flavored creamer, or like half and half, whatever. I use flavored creamer. They'll put like a flavored syrup or a flavored something in it to whatever, and then lime juice. I'm remembering lime juice for this recipe that I saw that I tried, because we had lime juice and I was able to do it. And that recipe was from somebody who's like, I am a certified Dr. Pepper hater. I hate Dr. Pepper. Supposedly this will make it taste better. And then he was like, oh my God, this made it taste better. And I was like, I will try. So my recipe that I followed from this guy I saw on Instagram was, I did diet Dr. Pepper. I don't need any extra calories, thank you. Vanilla creamer, a pump of vanilla syrup, and then like a squeeze of lime. It was good. It was legit good. It did not taste like cough syrup to me. I don't think I'm going to go around putting cream or creamer or whatever in my soda. Like, I want my Diet Coke to taste like fucking Diet Coke. I'm there for the Diet Coke flavor.
You've been getting a lot of those things coming up in your Instagram feed with all that.
All the different drinks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, there was a trend. I don't know how time works. Y'all know that. Some amount of time ago in the 2020s, that Sonic was the place to get like a dirty Coke, a dirty Dr. Pepper, or whatever, to the point that they, I guess, put it on their menu. And now McDonald's now has a couple of dirty soda recipes. Dunkin' now has a couple. Well, every time I go to the farmer's market now, there's a
tent set up there. Yeah,
they're selling dirty sodas. And was it you who reminded me of this? Because this was a little bit before my time. Or was it somebody online? And it was from Laverne and Shirley. I can't remember which one, who used to put milk in her Pepsi.
No, it wasn't me, but I vaguely do remember that. Yes. So
it's what's old is new again, I guess.
Yeah.
It did not chunk up, Silent. It was not chunky. It was it all mixed in together. But my creamer is like, there's not a drop of milk in my creamer. It's like, it's a bunch of ingredients and not one of them is found in nature. That's the creamer I drink. So that might have had something to do with it. I don't know. I don't know. Duncan is coming back to Canada. Yeah, I figured I would just try Canadian coffee places. Like when we were in London, I tried whatever was the go-to place there.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm sure there's an amount of creamer you can put in a soda where it's like, right? And of course that amount varies from person to person. But I was very light-handed, and it was not bad. It was a little bit like, you've had a root beer float when the ice cream's melted, but you still have, some soda. It was slightly more subtle than that kind of creamy. But I will point out, if you put vanilla ice cream in a soda, the differences aren't that vast. You just deconstructed the ice cream, creamer, flavor, the lime juice, the lime juice in like a Diet Coke, it brightens it up. It adds just a little something. But Tim Horton. Well, that's sad. Mr. Spock said they've got a few Tim Hortons in Atlanta now, and he says he's not been impressed. I had always thought, I would try a Tim Hortons. So, Okay. Now,
Well-
what is it that they're serving more food than coffee, or is their coffee just getting bad? Silent. What is it that's making everybody unhappy with Tim's? Dunkin's not what it used to be.
No.
It's fine. It's fine for what it is. It's fine.
Mhm.
It's better
Well-
than Starbucks because their coffee is grotesque to me now, and I used to love it. So I
They
don't know.
they opened a Dutch Bros here in town.
That's not JB's jam.
No, it's not my jam. She loves it, and that's fine. That's her thing. She can have her thing and enjoy it. I have actually come to find I like the local
Yeah. Oh, the local is always better.
the local coffee shops
Always better.
above any of the big chains anymore.
And I understand why they cannot price themselves like a big chain. It just means that if you live on a fucking budget, you're not going there very often.
No.
So, Mr. Spock says, Tim's used to be delightful, but they've changed in the last maybe 10 to 15 years. Haven't they all? If they're a chain place, haven't they fucking all in the past 10, 15, 20 years?
Yeah.
We are getting an Eliano's.
Yes, they are.
So are they good? We have one opening up like not that far from us.
A couple miles, yeah.
Yeah. That you know
Yeah.
what? Taste you, I get it.
Yes.
Dutch Bros and Pain,
Yep.
I get it. Yeah, our area was popping out Starbucks for a while, like all over the place.
Yeah.
They're not
No,
very
they're not.
busy
Mm-mm.
anymore.
No.
But their coffee has gone down. I mean, I'm sure there was my lack of experience with coffee. I was like, this is what coffee tastes like, right? But there was a time it was good. Didn't taste burnt to me. I would get an espresso drink. I don't usually, but I would get one, whatever. It all tastes burnt now.
Yeah.
Tishu says my daughter who dances loves Dutch Bros energy drinks. Our youngest loves their sparkling water drinks.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've discovered a couple local coffee shops that we just,
Yeah.
one is not a good place to go sit, but they make really good coffee.
Oh my god.
Really good
Oh my god, their
coffee.
espresso is so smooth.
Yeah.
So good.
Yep.
The other place, their coffee is good. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with their coffee. There's something about the vibe of the people who work there. So the one place that's closest to our house, it's very homey. It's very, everybody's like, hey, how you doing? And they're like down home, kind of like friendly, right? Then this other one, I don't know. The vibe is more like coffee snob. And I don't know that they are. I'm sure they're pleasant people, but there is nothing inviting about them when you walk in. I have 100% felt judged while trying to tell them what I wanted in my coffee.
I agree with you on that. The people
I'll
that work
go
there,
there, but
I love the atmosphere to sit.
Yes, for sitting and having a conversation and just
It
that
is
was very nice.
it's a very comfortable place and yeah. Yep. And even if there are other people, you're not sitting on top of other people either.
Right. Speaking of, Silent says Starbucks' new upper management is unhinged. We didn't need extra caffeinated refreshers. First of all, they need to check with what happened with Panera and be careful with their extra caffeinated drinks. But also, McDonald's now has like I don't know if it's going to be seasonal or if they're just testing it. They have a special drink thing, and they've got a dirty Dr. Pepper. Or I think it was a dirty Dr. Pepper. They've got refreshers, and I think like sparkly water, energy, like some crazy shit on their menu. It's like, just okay. That's the new thing. Everybody's adding protein to everything. Here's the thing, though. I don't like the gimmick of it. You can have a protein coffee now because Dunkin' has that now. Somebody else had that. I can't remember who. It's lactose-free milk. It's like Fairlife milk. Fairlife is the brand name that's most popular, at least down here. I fucking appreciate it because then I can have a latte that tastes like a typical dairy milk latte, and I will not be sick to my stomach. But they are charging a fucking premium
For it, yeah.
to do that. I think it's Dutch Bros does the protein, and it's just it's a lactose-free milk, and I fucking love that. I love that is available. I hate the upcharge for it because I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll take the extra protein. I just don't want to shit myself. That's really and I want to have because if I'm having a latte or something like that, I'll do oat milk because I like that flavor better. But it's never as like thick and creamy and like yummy to me as when it's like whole milk or just dairy milk in general. I love the protein. I hate the fucking gimmick. I saw protein Pop-Tarts in the Walmart a few weeks ago. Are you fucking kidding me? But yeah. So Fairlife is stupid expensive. I am reminded frequently that my mother and I live in totally different tax brackets because Fairlife is her milk of choice, and she buys a couple bottles of it at a time. I'm like, far be it for me to question how you spend what will become my inheritance, but that's a lot of money for some milk. Sugar-free cold foam? I have not come across sugar-free cold foam. I would love some sugar-free cold foam. When I don't trust a coffee place to make my coffee creamy enough for me, it's like it's going to taste too coffee and not milky enough or creamy enough, I add cold foam. I made that mistake with Wawa. Do you remember? I was getting a cold brew. I said I wanted light cream. Light cream? They will pour a cup
drop
of no. Here's how I should have trusted Wawa when they said this is you're getting a lot of light cream. Light cream, like not a lot, give me a little less, was 180 calories. Their regular light cream was 300 calories. Do you know how much cream that is to hit that calorie level? And I didn't trust that would be enough, the regular amount. So then I was like, give me cold foam on top of that. I tasted no coffee in that. All I tasted was cream that was probably going to make me shit myself later. That is all I tasted. I was like, I don't like this either. So I will add cold foam if I don't trust a place to make the coffee not too coffee-ish. But sometimes I have regretted that choice. Nope. Oh my god, chicken patties with a label saying protein added. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, right, X, it's chicken. Wow. Protein water. Silence says protein water is gross cloudy water with whey in it. Oh, nope.
Oh, no.
I don't like whey protein powder because I'll usually sick to my stomach afterwards. But don't put it in my water.
Yeah, no.
Now, I would love to have the kind of budget where I could do the internet's favorite protein coffee, or, oh my god, they called it Profi or Profi. I don't even know. But they combined protein and coffee, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? But it looks delicious because it's usually like a protein drink, like a Fairlife or whatever. I can't think of the brands now, but they're everywhere. And they pour that into their cup, and then they pour like cold brew or iced coffee over it. And then they add their syrups, and then and I don't need all that. I would do that, but those fuckers are expensive. To the pre-made protein drinks. I don't have that kind of grocery budget. Yes, Silent, that is true. That's up there with things like juice and yogurt that say gluten-free. Yeah, I caught that the other day. I don't remember what it was, but they're like, this is gluten-free. I'm like, yeah, that. Now, I understand labeling something in a way for a person who, wants to be sure that a thing is gluten-free, but as a marketing thing, come on now.
I know.
Steroid chickens. Look, some of the chicken breasts I have picked up in the grocery store, I think they were on steroids. Those boobs were bigger than mine, okay? It's like, is all of this edible meat, or what kind of boob job did they have? I'm just saying, I'm not usually intimidated by a chicken breast, but it was big. It was big.
I know.
This is the strangest food conversation we've ever had.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I did see somewhere online somebody was talking about, so the whole thing is for marketing purposes, they're either adding protein to food or they're just like pointing out that this food has protein, right? Somebody did a reel, I'm sure it was a TikTok first, but they made a video showing that some brands are now doing the same thing with fiber. Now, the American people, I don't know about other countries or other regions of the world, Americans do not get enough fiber. Like, just don't get enough fiber. I don't mind added fiber in my food, except if you go too far, then it's like barely edible. And not all fiber is created equal and blah blah blah. But apparently that's the next one coming.
Oh boy.
That's fiber. You're welcome, Tayshu. Gluten-free boob job. Look, I think all boob jobs should be gluten-free. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah.
I've rendered you speechless.
You have.
My work here is done. Actually, it's really not hard to render you speechless. You don't always have a lot to say.
That's true.
You're a deep thinker. But then I'll be like, so tell me about it. And you're like, or it's good, or I'm fine. I'm like, no. You feel deeply. You think deeply. I'm going to need you to like take some of that and put some of it into words.
You're so silly.
I know. Why? Why would I? Why would I want you to share? Mild cheddar cheese. Now with added fiber. Oh. Yeah. I mean, I could see... I've probably made something not sound good. I could see that happening. I could 100% see that happening. I could also see that being the grossest thing.
Yeah.
You want to know where they'll do something like that? Pre-shredded cheese. They already have to put like I think it's a cornstarch kind of stuff on it to keep it from clumping. They'll just add some fiber in there. Just sprinkle a little psyllium husk in the back. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Asian green beans now with that protein. Yeah, Julie, vitamin D is another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for folks who can tolerate sunlight, it doesn't even take that much sunlight to get enough vitamin D. I do think it takes a different amount than it used to because of climate. Is it because of climate change? It's something. I think I saw a Hank Green video one time and only bits of it stuck in my brain. Potato starch. That's right. That's what it is. Thank you. Potato starch. I do prefer to just shred my own cheese. Sometimes I will buy shredded cheese, of course. I have not been able to bring myself to do what the internet suggests, which is if you're trying to melt pre-shredded cheese, rinse the cheese off to get the potato starch off. Because when I see it visually, when people are showing like on a Instagram reel or whatever, that they're rinsing the visual of the texture makes me go, oh, get it away from me. And I fucking love cheese. If it was appropriate to do so, I would probably eat a block of cheese like a candy bar. Fucking love cheese. Okay. But no. So I just, when I can, I shred my own cheese. But I'm not rinsing the potato starch off of it. I don't want to touch that. I don't want to see that. But it does, apparently, if you did not know, that doing that helps pre-shredded cheese melt better. See? I'm a Floridian. Of all the deficiencies I have, vitamin D ain't one. Iron is, though. But not vitamin D. Oh, I love mushrooms. Love mushrooms.
Yeah. Yeah, I put mushrooms in my gravy.
Spaghetti sauce for anybody who doesn't speak Italian American. Look. The first time you told me gravy, I envisioned something brown and meaty. And I was shocked when it was tomato sauce, a marinara. Just, yeah, thank you, Silent. Thank you. No, I can't. Wet cheese? Nope. Get it away from me. Sorry, y'all. I think if watching it on a video hadn't kind of squicked me out so much, I probably would have tried it. Because you know me, if I see a video of it, I'm like, I can do that. I try it. Yeah. Man, we've had some shitty dinners because I saw a video and I could do that. And I could. I even followed the directions. It was not good. The internet was lying to me. But... You know, I don't... there's a stereotypical, air quote, trait, characteristic, whatever, of ADHD folk about impulsivity in terms of you see a thing, you go, I can do that, and then you find, lo and behold, you cannot. And I was like, I don't do that. And then I realized all of the cooking videos where I've got, I could do that, and what we end up with that cost me $10 to buy the ingredients for is sludge that's inedible and nobody can. The peanut butter fudge fiasco that should have been simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently I am, but only food related things. Yeah, I mean, if I need something that's like a creamy and melts well, American cheese. I mean, maybe that's because it feels a little bit like it's plastic. I don't know. But if you want a melty, cheap, like grilled cheese sandwich, get you some American cheese.
Yeah.
It'll melt real fucking good. Velveeta is one where I'm like, that's cheese with a Z. Ooh. But it makes the best fucking dip. That shit melts down like the plastic that it is, and it makes a great dip. You just add real food to it, so it's a food-like product.
I grew up on Kraft singles that were wrapped in little plastic.
Yes, we did not get Kraft. We did not have that budget, but we got whatever the generic version was. Yes. But now I am an extra sharp cheddar girl. That's my favorite. I'll do a sharp cheddar if that's all that's available. I like a white sharp cheddar. I really like that. Love Havarti. That's delicious. I'm okay with Gouda. I'm okay with like some of the others. I'm like, no, that's fine. But I love cheddar cheese. But don't give me that mild shit. That to me, I did learn somebody who's an actual chef that you and I both have watched before, and they're actually legit, not like a crazy person convincing me to make some weird shit, but they explain the differences in cheddar and like what the different cheeses are good for. And mild, they were like, yeah, it doesn't have as much flavor, but it melts really good. So for a mac and cheese, it's a really good one. They're like, but if you want the most flavor, they're over here. And they were like, it's sharp, and I'm like, yeah, but I like extra sharp and extra sharp. I don't know what the difference is between extra and extra sharp, but I like those. They're very pungent. They're sharp. But they don't melt as well. And I went, that's making sense now. Because if I'm making mac and cheese, I am using my extra sharp cheddar. But yeah. Feta's good. I like
Julie,
feta.
I like feta as well, yes. That's good cheese.
Yeah, when I try to make a grilled cheese with like a cheddar or whatever, it always tastes good, but it's not the grilled cheese that you're gonna get from a Kraft American slice that you took out of the plastic and somehow it still tastes like plastic. I'm just
and look like it too.
Yeah. I like blue cheese in very small amounts, like as a salad dressing. Love blue cheese. That's no big deal. But like when there's like a burger and they're like, oh, we top it with some blue cheese, there is a level of just enough and oh my god, too much, and that the line is very thin. But I don't want to I don't like the smell of blue cheese. I don't like it when it, like, the few times I've cooked with it or used it in a recipe, and it's like just out, like, my hands, how they.
It is strong, pungent. Yeah, I give you that.
Yeah, I do like feta. I like those in like bean salads or else.
Julie said there was a Danish feta. I did not know. I've only
ever
known
had Greek.
the Greek feta. Yeah.
So I like mozzarella cheese. Now, of course, I've had grocery store, not authentic, blah 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 mozzarella cheese. I'll eat mozzarella cheese. I'll put it on my pasta dishes, 100%. But it doesn't taste like anything to me. It's like the water of cheeses to me. Like, I don't taste a flavor. Now, probably like the authentic mozzarella, homemade mozzarella, like, I'm sure there's a flavor profile there. But I cannot think of, like, I don't taste anything with mozzarella. I get the cheesy, creamy thing that I like. The melty, strong cheese pull. Fucking love that. But I don't detect some sort of, like,
flavor notes.
Thank you. What are words? I don't know. Look, it's almost 10 o'clock. Words are gone. I worked very hard today. Silent. Oh my God. Silent. That is not a study I want to be a part of. Silent says, I wonder if there's a correlation between people who like the smell of blue cheese and people who have armpit fetishes. We're not yucking anybody's yum. Blue cheese or armpits. We're not yucking anybody's yum. But, ooh, no. Nope. But maybe, I mean, maybe it strong smells. If that's the draw, then maybe. I don't want to be a part of that experiment, though. Why do every time I think of Munster, I think of a flavor or a smell that is off-putting to me. Is Munster a mild cheese? What am I thinking of if it's not Munster I'm thinking of? There is a cheese that I've had many times that something about it is a little bit like dirty sock. Subtle, like not pungent like blue cheese.
And I cannot remember.
What am I thinking of? Is it Munster or is it something else?
I think it's something else.
Okay.
But I can't remember right now, Yeah, I know what you're,
Because if Munster is a good substitute for mozzarella and does not smell in any way like stinky socks, that would be something for sure to consider.
I've had Munster. I've gotten it at the store.
And I stayed away from it because my brain is like, oh, you don't like the smell of that. But maybe I'm thinking of another cheese. Maybe I need to give Munster a chance. I don't know. Maybe it's a stinky cheese that tastes mild, and then it won't matter because if it's stinky, I got to be real careful with that. Something about blue cheese, I don't know. I don't know. It could just be all in my head, as most things are, and that's fair. Provolone is really mild to me. Provolone has a flavor. I can detect a distinct flavor. But that one's really mild. Until, here's where I've noticed where it had a little bit of a smell to me. I ate it because I do like provolone.
Oh, yeah.
On the breakfast I make myself in the air fryer. When provolone gets well cooked, I notice that smell. I noticed that smell for sure.
Gorgonzola, yes, that's it.
Now, I'm sure they're two distinct things, but I am nearly positive I have seen comparisons made between gorgonzola and blue cheese being similar. Because I'm almost positive that I have seen somebody say you could like if something called for blue cheese, you could replace it with gorgonzola. But that was not the one I was thinking of. Although,
okay. Well, the next time I get some of the Munster cheese, I'll let you try it.
Well, just let me smell it, and then I'll. Parmesan, the smell of Parmesan does not bother me at all. I will cut a chunk off of like the quarter of a little baby round and just eat a piece of Parmesan. Not a lot, but yeah. I don't buy that pre-shredded or anything.
No.
Now back in the day of being in not a good tax bracket, we did 100% buy the green craft can of Parmesan.
Mm-hmm.
My dad would have us buy it and we would use it, but as somebody, he was not Italian, but he was raised by Italians, he was offended by it every time.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted the real Parmesan. We just did not have real Parmesan money.
Mm-hmm.
We had craft green can Parmesan money.
I couldn't even afford the craft for a while there. It was the Winn-Dixie green can.
You know, is possible ours was the store brand as well, but they were usually still in green cans.
Yeah.
That's what I can remember. When we moved from Florida to Mississippi, we genuinely financially moved up in the world, slightly better, not like poor, just broke. And that's when my dad was like, only real Parmesan in this house. Only real Parmesan. And that was when I'll see the green can in the store and I'm like, I'm not buying that. There's nothing fucking wrong with it. It's not like, air quote, the real thing. If that's what you've got in your budget, then that's what you get. I ate it my whole childhood. But yeah, my dad's the one that made me the Parmesan snob. He suffered the first 15 years of my life with the green can. He had the moment he got to buy the real thing, he did.
Yeah.
That was funny. But what I liked about that can is that it sprinkled out really nicely. Yes. You could coat the top of your spaghetti with it.
You can get a real nice,
I mean, it wasn't gonna melt.
No.
Nothing about it was gonna melt. But you could get a lot. Yeah, I have to say, I think if my dad was actually Italian and had been like fully raised with like a culture of that, he would rather have gone without cheese. But yeah, like I think his foster family was Italian, or the neighborhood he grew up in. He was well aware with some Italian nonnas and had, learned as a small child watching the adults make the pot of sauce. But clearly he was not part of whatever part of Italy your family's from, because he never called it gravy. I'm too southern. You say gravy, I'm thinking of one of two things: brown and white. That's it. That's all you got. Maybe sausage, but not my marinara sauce.
Oh goodness.
I'm not hungry, but now I really would like some cheese.
Yeah.
I'm not eating cheese at 10 o'clock at night, but
what?
I'm not. No, that is how I do toss and turn all night, because my body's like, bitch, we couldn't digest this at 8 o'clock. Why the fuck did you eat it at 10 o'clock?
I'll have a slice for you.
Biscuits and gravy is so good. I have finally semi-perfected my own sausage gravy. I used to not make it. I used to be very intimidated by it. So I couldn't make a fucking roux to save my life for years. I don't know what my problem was. And I couldn't make a cornstarch slurry work either. But found a very simple sausage gravy recipe. It's literally just a very few ingredients. And finally found like the right amount of seasoning for it. We would eat that like soup if we could. We don't.
Yeah.
But the one thing I don't do, and I know my southern ancestors are rolling in a grave somewhere, I do not make my biscuits from scratch, because I don't have the patience for it. I don't have the counter space for it.
Yeah.
I've tried. I'm a canned biscuit girl.
I have tried making biscuits from scratch, and it never ended well. No, just never ended well.
Yeah, I was raised around my dad and my grandmother and my great grandmother. They could all make biscuits from scratch, and they were delicious. They were light and fluffy and so good. Nope, I make rocks. I make rocks. Julie, that's so funny. Yeah, biscuits. That I could see where that would be confusing. Yeah, no. What is there a version of what Americans call a biscuit, a very small round like bread product. Does that exist in places where biscuit means cookie? And if so, what is the word for it? Because I'll call it that version. American biscuits, Southern biscuits, when they're made right, oh my god, that could be like a religious experience to put a good biscuit in your mouth. But I am also real fucking judgy. If I just paid for a place who claims to make good biscuits and it's not,
well, that's like grits.
Oh yeah, you can really fuck up grits. Yep. Okay, so I would have to have a scone where y'all are to be able to compare it to the scones I've had in America, because the scones I've had in America, the texture's in no way, shape, or form the same. No. Because biscuits are meant to be light and fluffy. Even if they're like layered a little bit, they're still light and fluffy. Scones, here at least, are denser.
And dry.
And drier.
Yeah.
And that could be how Americans are making them. God knows. We just kind of do our own fucking thing sometimes. I actually now want biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
Well, we went to like a little, like, it wasn't a mom and pop place, but it was a very small local business for breakfast called Cats. It's literally in an office building, though. The person who's like the security guard for the building sitting at her desk, we walk in looking confused. She's like, "You're here for Cats? It's around the corner." Yeah. And it's like a hole in the wall place, and they don't do dishes. It's all plastic and paper plates and blah blah blah. And I got a cheesy grit with sausage gravy concoction. It was delicious, but I should have gotten the biscuits and gravy, because I bet that shit was delicious.
Yeah,
I bet their biscuits were fucking good.
Yep.
Yeah, I want biscuits and gravy now. But I want, like, canned biscuits are fine, and I fucking use them. But there is something about a good homemade biscuit.
True.
And I want to go to a place. I don't know where that is, because I've been trying homemade biscuits, or homemade, restaurant, diner style homemade biscuits, and I have not found one. Where we were somewhere while we were out of town, and we had a biscuit, didn't we? And it was the best fucking biscuit we'd had in forever. Where were we? Am I thinking of that correctly?
Yeah.
But I can't think of where we were now. It was so fucking good.
Yeah.
Can't think of it now. Yeah, so the biscuits that I like the most, and I'm like, yes, these are good. They're light and fluffy, but there's still a doughiness to them. There's still it's not like a croissant. That's the texture. My experience with scones, which are all store-bought. I've never had a homemade scone in my life. Those are all denser, drier. I don't know. A good biscuit, it's not moist by any means. It's not wet, but it's not dry. It's not dry and it's not dense. Probably because the best biscuits I've had are very buttery on the inside too. So I don't know.
Andre asked if the tariffs has gone away for us. And the cost of wood and supplies come down at all.
As the major corporations are starting to get their refunds, we haven't noticed shit.
No. Yeah, the refunds are going to the corporations, but have not seen prices starting to drop yet.
They're all going up.
Yeah.
JB went to the sawmill before we left town and technically got bigger boards at prices we have never paid for a board.
Yeah.
We're going to get more paddles out per board than the other boards that he usually buys. But it was like double the price per board.
Yeah.
And it was not fully double the size. Like it was expensive. And it's basic wood. This was not purple heart. This was none of it was exotic. It was fucking walnut.
Yep. Yeah, and as far as supplies, the sandpaper that I use and things like that, I've not seen that big of a drop at all in any of that.
No, not. I think a couple of things have gone back to pre-tariff prices.
Yeah.
Not everything, but it's not significant enough. Like the wood is more expensive. Yeah. Certain things still are more expensive.
I know of one pen seller, for the components for the pens. He's dropped some of his prices. Yeah. But he's a small business too.
And small businesses will do it before bigger ones will, for sure.
Yeah.
No, the big thing that's going to get us now, it started getting us because corporations suck and will 100% get us, which is going to get the whole fucking world. And that's going to be all of the price increases because of fuel shortages and oil shortages and all that's coming.
Yeah.
And some of these corporations, I think, are already hedging their bets. Let's make sure we get as much profit as possible. Blah, 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 and it's only going to get fucking worse.
Yep.
Anyway. This will be great. This is wonderful. This is fine.
Breathe.
It's fine.
Breathe. It is 10 o'clock.
It is 10 o'clock. And if it was not 10 o'clock, I would have a lot of questions about lemonade differences between the U.S. and other places. But we'll have to pick that up another time because this is definitely a week where I'm like,
yeah,
I'm sleepy.
Yeah, we both kind of are.
Yep.
So,
but this has been fun as always.
Yes.
We appreciate you being here. For those who had questions, thank you for sharing your questions with us. For those who just put us on as background noise, or we body doubled with you and you were like not even in the chat, we appreciate you. We're glad you're here. I love my lurkers. I am a long-time lurker. I don't comment on shit, but I do take in the content. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, there is a lot of shit happening. And just be kind. Be kind to each other. When you can. Some people don't deserve our kindness, but we're not going to get into that right now. Yeah. Yeah. The world is hard enough. Yeah. And things suck enough. Be kind. And when you can't be kind, be petty. Anyhow. To those of y'all who donated to the fundraiser, thank you. Thank you. For those of y'all who live in states like ours, if you have the funds to donate, find your state's version of Florida Equality. Give them your love, time, and money if you got it. And we're gonna go. Yeah. We will see y'all next week when we're back, as far as we know, on our normal schedule. Okay. All right. Bye. Bye.